Hello everyone. Today I'm going to have this is a new unit number 2, which is current electricity. Over here we are going to learn today it is of about current. Okay, before going to start this one, let us to recall the previous study already which we had. There we said that one body which is having the positive charge. Okay, this is said to be at a high potential, while over there that the body which is having this negative charge, so this was at a low potential. And when we are going to connect these that two bodies with the help of a conductor, so there is the flow of the charge. Okay, so what happens that these electron they start to move from low to high potential. Electrons start to move in this way, and that positive charge is supposed to move in high to low potential. Okay, so thus we are having that there is the flow of the charges. Okay, so therefore what we are going to call this as, therefore this rate of flow of charge, rate of flow of charge, it is said to be as charge known as current. Okay, therefore we come to know over here that what is this current. So current, it is rate of flow of charge, therefore it is current. Now look over here, actually which is going to flow, this positive charge or that negative charge. So we are known over there that electron are the free carriers. Okay, these are free to move, so electron can move. It is not over there that the positive charge is going to move. Okay, so electron moves, so due to the flow of this electron, there that current is going to flow in that uh, circuit. Okay, now over here, what is that direction of current? So this current, it always current flows in opposite to that flow of electron, opposite to flow of electron. If electron are going to the left side, so this that current will go toward right. Okay, and this current will be given by capital I over here, capital I. So the current will go toward right, and if electron are going toward right, so the current will be toward left. Okay, so due to the flow of this electron, there is the current, and we are going to define this is as rate of flow of charges known as current. Now as we are known with one thing, student, that if I'm having this is as a conductor. Okay, this is conductor. Now what do you suppose that at room temperature, there will be any flow of the current through it? So we are known that there is no current, there is no current in this conductor. Why there is no current? Because there is no potential difference, no potential difference. Okay, so up to the time there is no potential difference, there will be no current. But over there it was having the charge, so these electron which were in it, they were not having any definite direction. These were colliding continuously, and therefore they were changing their direction. So in this way that the electron was not having any definite direction. Therefore what is happening over there, net current, it was zero. Okay, now if we are supposing that here I have this conductor. Okay, and let to have this side, it is positively charged, and this side it is negatively charged. So what happened, due to of their, we are having electric field, it is from positive to negative. Now what is due to of this electric field, the electron will feel the attraction. Now this electron will feel the attraction, and this electron will start to move toward left. It is toward left, so in definite direction they are going to move. Okay, so due to the movement of this electron in a definite direction, there is the flow of current in this that conductor, and this flow of current will be toward right. The current will flow toward right. Now over here, student, one thing that we have to remember, it is not that the electron which is over here, it will start from here and it will end its journey to this position. Okay, single electron will not come to this position. If it will do same, so all will come to this end, and therefore this empty space will be created over there. Okay, so therefore we are meaning to say that electron do not come from one end to another end. Actually it remains over here. Here it collides with the other electron. Okay, so for this student, just to remember this one, here I'm having this is as conductor. So the two ends of the conductor, and there is this electron. So for this one, to define the current, I'm going to suppose that here it is this is small area. Okay, so this is what that cross section we are supposing over here. It is cross section area. Now how many these electron are going to pass through this cross section area? How many electron are going to pass through this cross section area? So therefore, if I'm going to suppose that there are and these dq, that charges which is going to flow through this small area in dt time, then how much is the current? So this current, it will be given by dq by dt. This is the current over there, dq by dt. So this current, it is said to be instantaneous current. So at any instant of time, that how much is the current? So it is how much charge is going to pass through this given cross section in that given time. But remember that we are using over there this specific area. We are not saying that this electron will start its journey from this one part to this another part. Okay, therefore we are specially using over there that it is small, that area through which this electron is going to pass. So therefore it is instantaneous current is rate of flow of charge. So over here, if we are talking of about what the unit that you can use for its measurement. So as current is given by dq by dt, then this current unit will be, so charge is given as coulomb and that time is given as second. So it is coulomb per second, and this group of unit, it is said to be as ampere. Ampere, it is the name of the scientist. So on the name of the scientist, that this unit name is given ampere, small a. Now I'm going to use while expanding over there that this current, what it is, scalar or a vector. So we have to remember that current is a scalar quantity. Okay, now which quantity is said to be scalar? Scalar means no direction, only magnitude. Okay, so this is having no direction. But if we are looking that whenever there is the flow of current, so we are going to say that it is always from high potential. High potential means where there is more positive charge, to that low potential. Okay, so this current always flows from high potential to low potential. Okay, so it means that it should have then a definite direction. If we are going to maintain this other end at a high potential, so then this is at low potential, so the current will come in this way. Okay, that is going to indicate there is the definite direction, but actually it is not over here. That for a vector quantity, actually what is happening, vector are going to follow vector laws. It is not sufficient to say over there that they are having the direction, but they are also going to follow the vector laws. For example, if we will say that here through this arm we are having this current is going to come, and this current, it is of 3 ampere, and from here, which is right angle to this, there is another conductor, and 4 ampere of the current going to flow through it, and from there a single conductor is moving out, and what will be the current which is passing through it? Okay, so if it is a vector, then for vector it must be this resultant current will be square of this 3 plus square of the 4 ka whole hundred. Okay, for the vector, and they are going to follow this laws of vector addition. Okay, so then it must be that of 16 plus 9 25, so it is 5 ampere, but actually there is the flow of 7 ampere. If it is vector, then there must be 5 ampere, but over there you will find that there is 7 ampere. It is what? 4 plus 3, it is 7. So that means it is not going to follow the vector laws. It is, and therefore that having no definite direction. Okay, or either way you can say that this is scalar because it do not follow the vector laws. Okay, now over here that this current of how many type? So if we are talking of about current types, then we are getting the current. It is one. It is said to be steady current. Okay, steady current. So which current is said to be steady? The current whose magnitude do not changes with the time. Okay, so we are saying that magnitude or strength is same. Magnitude or that strength do not changes with time. So this current is said to be that of steady current. Okay, and graphically if we want to check it, so in this way that we can draw it. This side it is current and this side it is time. So we are finding over there that time is going to fast, but the current value is going to be same. And if we are going to look for this another, it is the first type we have discussed. Second, it is variable current. So variable means whose value is going to change. So for this student you can look for this graph, that variable current, that two current I am going to show here. It is P current, and the another it is over here, that of Q current. So Q current that we can show in this way, it is Q. So you will find that the value of the current is not going to same every time. It is going to vary. Okay, so therefore it is variable current. Now the third which we are having, it is AC, means alternating. So alternating current, which is said to be alternating. So alternating student, we have to remember that that current which is going to vary sinusoidally, just like as a sine function, that current which is going to vary. So this is we are having, in this way we can show its variation. After a regular interval of time, it is going to repeat itself. Okay, so this current it is said to be that alternating current. Okay, so thus we have over here that these are the types of the current. Thank you.